This episode brought to you by a deep-seated need for attention, which we totally get, which is why we get them.
Hey everybody, we are watching Jackass the movie, and you are listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And today we bring you a very weird one for us.
I thought it was a great call.
It ends up being a good call for a couple reasons. One, because it is kind of one of those like classic funny movies that we enjoyed years and years ago. But the fourth incarnation of this movie is being released today as this episode's being released.
That worked out really well.
Yep, Jackass Forever has been released today, and here we are.
I can't believe it's still going.
I can't believe they're still going, like, as in alive. Not all of them,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, exactly.
more of them than I would have guessed.
Yes.
I think the meanest, like the most hurtful joke I've ever heard on a roast was when Steve-O was at the roast and Amy Schumer was doing the joke, and it was right after like Ryan Dunn died, like not like days after,
Right.
but close enough. And she was like, I know, that must have been devastating. And you thought to yourself, it could have been me. And we were all thinking, oh, why wasn't it? And like he had this thing, like he was like kind of like it's a good joke, but at the same time he's like, that's
soon.
the worst thing you could have said to me.
Like a little soon.
So that's the humor we're coming at this with. So let us get it started by pressing play. Now, because it took a second longer to load. Get this. This is Paramount, baby.
Look at that, eh? The old mountain.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Canada's Wonderland.
It does, because it was Paramount Canada's Wonderland.
So this is the 90th anniversary, and this is the first Jackass.
It's the 20th anniversary, actually. This came out in 2002. So it came out in November 2002. So this is like coming out. I'm actually surprised they didn't just back it off. So it came out like right on the 20th anniversary of the movie. But speaking of 20th anniversaries, I watched that Harry Potter anniversary thing.
How was it?
That was good. It was good. It's like they were quite emotional about it, but like a lot got let out that like you just didn't know at the time. Like Emma Watson like literally was, I think like on the 5th movie she was gonna quit altogether, and she was just like the stardom and like all, like it was really overwhelming. And she's like, and most everybody else had each other, and she's like, I was always out there by myself.
Right.
And she's like, it was really hard on me. And like they were saying, and it was Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and her were all talking, and he's like, and we had no idea that was going on with you. And like
what was going on?
That like she was like basically like everybody else. It's like when you're a kid, she's growing up, and they're like, they're scrutinizing her in a way that they don't scrutinize men, and they're doing like, it's just like she's like like being over idolized by some guys and like just like shit on by other people. And it's just like she was like, I'm kind of over this attention. It's not the kind of attention I was hoping. Like, it's a very negative version of attention.
Oh, there is Ryan Dunn.
So
I'm glad that they kicked out.
Yeah.
Well, they kicked out Bam because he's a fucking mess. But
I don't even know that they kicked
him.
him.
They kicked him out.
Did they? Oh,
yes,
okay.
because he is the absolute drunken, total mess of human.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that all kind of came following Ryan Dunn's death, so it's kind of whatever. Preston Lacey, actually, he's the guy who found this giant shopping cart. This is how they shot this movie. This wasn't planned. They literally were walking around the lot one day, and they found this. It was actually a prop from The Incredible Shrinking Woman.
Oh, no way.
And they were like,
they still have it.
They don't get rid of anything because you never know when you're going to need something again, and you save money by not building it again. So they're big time hoarders, but they he just saw it and he's like, we should use this somehow. And then they devised the stunt. So the idea of this scene was actually to make it look like they had sold out and they weren't doing like the gritty, like kind of stuff, and that it was going to be all like big cinematic, like whatever, right? But that's what
Percy.
Yeah, that was Preston.
Oh,
his name's Preston. That's Dave.
Oh, Percy's the big-headed fella first.
No, his name's Preston. There's no man named Percy in
What
Jackass.
has Jeff Tremaine done?
Jeff Tremaine, he's done mostly shit like this. This was like the first really big thing he did. He did another thing. I didn't write it down. I can't remember. But it was just some little small thing. But it also included Johnny Knoxville. I guess that's how they came to know each other. He directed Wild Boys, which was like a spin-off, for lack of a better word, with Steve-O and Chris Pontius.
Right, yes, yep, I remember that.
He directed the Nitro Circus. He did one called the Loiter Squad with it was Tyler, the Creator, and a bunch of people. It was a sketch show with them. He directed Bad Grandpa, with which was a Jackass Presents movie. Yeah. And then he directed most recently The Dirt, which was the Motley Crue, based on the Motley Crue movie, which has a bunch of people in it.
Yes, it does.
The movie also produced, and the whole TV show and stuff co-created by Spike Jonze. And people unfamiliar with him, like, fuck you, but you'd know him mainly from, like, he was in Three Kings, Moneyball. He's actually going to be acting in Babylon, coming up with Brad Pitt, Tobey Maguire, Margot Robbie, and Olivia Wilde. But he's been a director forever. He directed Being John Malkovich, Adaptation, Where the Wild Things Are. He was a huge music video director. He directed things like Weezer's Buddy Holly and the Sweater Song. He did Beastie Boys' Sabotage and Sure Shot. Yeah. He did Bjork's It's Oh So Quiet and a bunch of other ones. He did Puff Daddy's It's All About the Benjamins, Daft Punk videos, Fatboy Slim videos, Tenacious D videos. Like, he was, like
they're turning this rental car into like
little known fact that the crew that was working on that are Aaron McGee's cousins, who run that shop, and they do this all the time. Yeah, this is a fan. So they've reinforced it and all that kind of stuff. So this was cool right off the bat, because it's just one of those expensive things you couldn't do on the TV show, right? Is fucking destroy a car and also refuse the insurance.
On purpose.
On purpose. They were never going to make them, even if they did the insurance, they never would have made them pay for it. But
I love the Jackass. Mm-hmm. I love Impractical Jokers, because they have signed up. Oh my God, the car's on fire in the back. Mm-hmm. My God.
I know what you're going to say, though. They signed up to abuse themselves.
And that's it. It's not like putting other people in awkward situations, which makes me feel super fucking awkward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They get reaction.
Bomb on stage or something. I'm just this is not for
Which
me.
was actually an Impractical Joker's punishment one time. They made him bomb. They gave him rainbow suspenders and all that stuff. And they were because they were talking about how much.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
Look
at that. That's terrifying. He said that there was actually glass shooting at his face when that was happening.
Holy shit.
This is the thing about Johnny Knoxville. He is that's the level of bananas he is. Most people would be go, oh my God, I almost got killed. And he's like, oh my God, that's great footage. So Johnny Knoxville, his very first...
it just brings it back.
Mm-hmm. Johnny Knoxville's very first acting role, I don't know if you'd remember this. Do you remember there was a Ben Stiller show sketch where the guy was he was an insurance salesman at the Cure concert? And there was a kid dressed up like Robert Smith. The kid was Johnny Knoxville.
Oh, no way.
So that was his first ever role. That was 1992. He had a small role in Coyote Ugly. He was in Men in Black 2, Grand Theft Parsons, Walking Tall, A Dirty Shame, Dukes of Hazzard, The Ringer, Movie 43. He was the voice of Leonardo in the Ninja Turtles, the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, he was?
Yes, he was.
Oh.
He's been in Drunk History a number of times. He was in Action Point, which is fantastic. It's based on that Action Park or whatever it was.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I like them.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's all fantastic stuff. But he was he was a legit actor, kind of like that's why he got brought in, because a lot of people accused Jackass of just ripping off Bam Margera and then like putting their names on it because like they were doing the CKY videos before. Right. But like that was a very niche thing. Like all the CKY guys were doing, like we're going to jump off our roof onto like a ball and like shit like that, where these guys bring it out into the world and like...
like I said before, I'm glad they don't have Bam because Bam was always my least favorite. He never did any of the cool stuff. It was always like Knoxville or Steve-O. Yeah. They're like the two heavy hitters. Yeah. And the other guy gets naked and just wang off a lot. And the other guys do some stuff like Wee Man and stuff. But Bam Margera always did just like seeing him in the shopping cart where he just punches Knoxville in the head. He did stuff. Or like in the one he's just like peeing on people. And I'm like, come on, like that's lame as fuck.
Yeah, no, I know. He wanted to do stuff that made him look cool more than anything else. But he's an interesting dude though, because I love that. Because they literally said they didn't know how to end this because like they don't really write these out because they don't know how people are going to react and stuff, right? So they were just like, I don't know what to do. So he just took the things out and took off.
I'm sure those guys got paid.
Oh yeah, they fully reimbursed them for the car or bought them a new car.
Like, look at how young there's this Bam right here.
Yeah, they're just babies. Well,
he's a fucking mess of a human being right now, the poor guy.
Yeah, he's put on so much weight and stuff. He looks like his dad. Oh, that's Ryan Dunn who took that. That was the beginning of the end for him. And the battle damage that these guys get too, because I think he mentions in it that he gets like he had like this blood blister on his ball after that was.
After this one here, boom.
I'm guessing it was that one, not the second one.
On his balls.
This is good. You know what really infuriated me? I watched the making of this movie, and it showed them using they're like, oh, it's our first time using the big digital cameras instead of the little like handhelds, right? And they don't know how to use them and all that. I'm like, they're the cameras I used in college. And I'm just like, fucking learn how to use these things. It's not hard, assholes. It was like, nobody knew how to do anything. And I was like, you didn't even hire like a single professional like TV or film person to like help them like use equipment.
This reminds me when I took that lady's dog collar.
Oh,
the shock collar. Holy shit, was it ever? These things are for real. Like when you crank this thing up, it's like holy. Oh, God.
I've got one here. I have one here that's it's not like a super high end one, but it would, if you turn it up high, that would get you. This is one of my favorite images from a movie. This next image that we're about to see. I like that they're all shirtless too.
Oh my God.
It was the first time I heard it referred to as the gooch. This is the image. I can't remember who. You can tell this is actually Dave England's house. If you look on the side, there's like a Mad magazine version of his face on there. See, a guy like Aaron he always makes me laugh because he's the kind of guy you have to kind of be.
I just put a right on his wang.
His balls, exactly. But like a guy like Aaron, like I think he's aware that he needs to take extra abuse to like be on camera more.
I love it. They just get naked together, right? Just whipping their cocks
just a bunch of bros,
zapping their dicks.
Well, and it's very funny because like in their cast commentary, they'll talk and like they're like, "Oh yeah, I've seen all these guys' dicks." And he's like, "That guy's got a really big dick," and I'm so glad I don't know the penis size of anybody I associate with. So Preston Lacey, he's the only other person who I know that was the. He's the only other person who has any real like acting experience. Like prior to this, he was actually a guy who performed in sketches on Jay Leno.
Oh, no way.
Like that was back in '92.
But he's like, what the fuck just happened there?
I know. He was in.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It almost looks like Spike Jonze in his old man outfit.
Probably. He was also in National Lampoon's Pledge This. He was in TV The Movie, A Holiday Heist that starred Lacey Chabert and Vivica A. Fox. Then he was in a movie called Guest House with Pauly Shore and Billy Zane.
Oh my God. Guest House starring Pauly Shore and Billy Zane.
And not like a long time ago Pauly Shore, like an older Billy. Like this was like a recent movie. by comparison.
We have actually at my job, like 2 or 3 years ago, took a golf cart because they had carts on the yard.
Yeah.
And just, we didn't go this nuts, but it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like we were driving around crazy, jumping off things. Like it was fucking awesome.
Apparently Bam, like in the first couple minutes they were there, fucked up both of the carts. Just like they were just trying shit out and he just destroyed both carts. So they had to go buy more because they didn't have spares. It's funny because you can always tell, like, when certain guys are around, you know they're back in Bam's area. Because, like, that's how most of this movie was shot, was basically, like these guys were, like, on their own for the most part. And, like,
and Bam joined them.
Like, Bam and them, they're in their hometown. And then, like, Johnny came to be with them, and like the crew came and they shot some stuff, and then they went to LA and a bunch of people shot some stuff together, and then they went to Japan and shot some stuff together. And that guy, man, Brian DiCamillo, when you see like older him, like in things like Viva La Bam and stuff like that, his hair is like gone and stuff. He looks kind of like a Gollum kind of thing now.
I guess I would be kind of pissed off if I was Bam, right? And it was, shit.
He almost got killed there.
My God.
If that cart would have landed on his head, that was the end of him.
Oh my God. He literally almost died.
Yeah. It landed on his neck.
Like, because it seems like, because Bam was doing this shit kind of first, right? With the CKY and the blah, blah, blah. So I guess, like, if they kicked me, I'd be pretty pissed. But you can't have them being all fucked up.
No.
Even though that's all they do. You probably get them to do oh my Lord.
But like, even like they said, like prior to even this movie, I think, like he had not drank. He didn't even start drinking until like I think the second movie or something like that. But he just became like an emotional mess when his best friend died, and then like like everything fell apart. Was it? Oh yeah,
I would love. That's like my number one place to go is Japan. Man, I want to go to Japan.
I want to go to Japan too. And then we'll buy some stinky used girls' panties out of one of those pervert vending machines.
I have a pair of those. Did I tell you that?
No.
I never told you that.
No.
I literally have a pair.
Why?
I shit you not.
You ship those not, hopefully.
My buddy.
Oh.
Well, I tried to pay more for them to shit in them, but they went, it doesn't hold in the machine very well. They said, no. Seriously, he went to Japan and he found underwear to purchase in a bag. Like all sealed up and like, it just smells like a plastic bag. It's like, what a waste.
Well, yeah.
It's in the bag too. Like, look at the security guard's trying.
That's so funny.
I know. It.
I love that look. He's like, oh. Do you imagine doing this in LA?
You'd be dead. The Japanese man is loving this.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
You know that they have sex with each other afterwards.
Yeah. He goes home to his wife. He's like, I had the best day today.
He just lets him go.
Mm-hmm. So one of the reasons apparently that they shot so extensively in Japan, because they shoot a ton of stuff in Japan in this movie, apparently their laws are different, so you actually don't have to get like the bystanders like signatures and stuff like that. So it's like they can do this stuff anywhere because it's just them. That is fucking nightmare. That is like every nightmare I've ever had.
We haven't even seen Steve-O yet. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This one is it's funny how the budgets get obviously as they go on. Like this one, I haven't seen this one in forever.
Well, and if you watch the old
show, the budget is like, oh my God, it's like there's nothing.
And if you watch the old show, it's so much worse. Like this is a stepped up HD version of the.
And the what was, I guess the last, was this Jackass Forever, Jackass 4?
Yes.
Okay, so Jackass 3 had that big opening.
Yes.
Where it was like, whoa, like they got some money into this opening this time, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we should go through the rest of these too, because they're all very good.
Well, yeah, that's fun, bud. I mean, everybody's having a fun time.
I know. There's Steve-O.
Oh, here we go. Oh my God, this is fucking nuts.
Yeah. It's funny because I guess he's known for wearing those like cheetah bikini briefs that he has, but they forgot them before they left for Florida. So they just had to give him a jock strap for something to wear. I don't like that Chris Pontius has like short hair in this. I like him with longer hair.
Oh my God, hopefully they will release if he relaxes.
Yes. Yeah, he's like basically don't fight it when they try to shake you to death.
Oh my God, this is so fucked.
So that guy who we just saw, Manny Puig, with Chris and Steve-O, they were the wild boys, and they were the ones who tried. Really good show, actually, like all things considered.
Right.
Because it's them doing the Jackass version of like a Jack Hanna or like a Crocodile Hunter or something like that, right? Where they're like, these guys are like, these snapping turtles are fucked up, and then like get bit by it or some shit like that, right? And then that's actually how, because this was supposed to be the final. They were going to do this movie and then no more Jackass. Whoa. I know they were going to do this movie, then no more Jackass forever, and then they were doing Wild Boys.
Oh my god!
I know. And then they were doing Wild Boys, and Johnny Knoxville came and did some episodes with them. And they were having so much fun. They were like, should we just do Jackass some more? Like, we're all here and we're enjoying ourselves.
Right. Oh my god.
The fact that they jump out of the water like that is everything I didn't want to know about them. You can see the beginnings of his back tattoo.
Oh, they're not very.
No, they're chill. They probably have fed them already.
I was like, oh my god, that's so freaky.
But like that meat was like teasing them before. Like
I remember Steve-O.
Yeah.
Which will also work out that Johnny Knoxville has just declared himself for the Royal Rumble.
Yes. I texted you about that when I read it.
Yeah, it's funny because I had just heard myself.
Yeah.
He's trying to tempt him, eh?
The asshole.
It's so fucked. Anyway, so Steve-O and the boys from Jackass were there.
Yeah.
For one of the... They were there for one of the... WrestleMania, one of the Rumbles for whichever movie it was. Mm-hmm. And Steve-O tells a story on his podcast or whatever, on the radio show or whatever. He said it was one of the most painful things that has ever happened to him in his life. Was he was supposed to be in a match. Okay. He gets laid out with a finishing move. Yeah. He does not stay down. He said he was all fucked up on drugs. Mm-hmm. He did not stay down. And then Umaga proceeded to beat the living snot out of him.
Oh my God.
Because he wouldn't stay down.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, do the fucking move.
Yeah.
And stay the fuck down. He wouldn't stay. Umaga, apparently, he just fucking laid him out, man. Like, gave him a good couple clunks to the head and slammed him super hard. And he said it was fucking awful.
Yeah.
Just him fucking with his parents.
Steve-O also, he ran at the roast he was at. He ran, like, face first into Mike Tyson's fist to give himself a black eye.
Like, he ran into it. Yeah. He was just like this. Yeah.
You know what this really reminded me of? This always reminds me of Tom Green. And the reason I never really liked it is, like, all he does is fuck with his parents. And I'm just like, do, like again, it's the do something to somebody else or do it to yourself or, you know, do it amongst your friends.
And I mean, like, look at the house. Yeah. Like, would you really be that pissed off? Like, he must be giving you bad cash.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he's a guy, because he was a pro skater from, like, when he was a teen, right?
Right.
So he's one of those guys who at 16 bought his parents a house because he was making, like, you know, like, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars a month.
Right.
So.
Oh, my God.
One of my favorites.
5 hours later.
One of my favorite sketches with the dad there is when Preston Lacey and the dad swap out. Yeah. So and Preston gets into bed with the mom.
This might be this one right here.
No. That's not even this movie.
His dad going to work?
Yeah, that's the next movie. So apparently they were going to continue to fuck with him all day. Apparently when he came out of work, the idea was they were going to have his van sawed in half or flipped over or something, but I guess like the lawyers were all like, no, because you got to do all this shit to the car to be able to legally do that. Like you have to drain all the fuel lines and stuff like that, and it was like something that would have like they would have had to have like a crew of like people out like in front of the store to do. We'll give you a ride. So these are all the cast. This is something that I legitimately fear.
Oh, having shit poured all over. Yeah.
Like I remember when we were in art class and we were supposed to do that, and I don't remember what I did, but I completely got out of it and I just didn't show up to class that day. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I was too claustrophobic for like just having like straws up my nose. There's Spike Jones. I just spit everywhere. Oh. And the makeup got so good. Like this is like rough. Still, well, this was okay, but it's so rough compared to like they were all nominated for an Oscar for Bad Grandpa's makeup. Like that was so good.
This reminds me of when's Buddy gonna hook me up with my mask?
I don't know.
Forever.
You gotta, I don't reach out to him. Like this, like he looks like What's really ironic,
Hollywood liquor.
He makes a point where he says something like about I was Lon Chaney's lover. He looks like Lon Chaney here, like in like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. If I think that was Lon Chaney,
right? Yes, yeah.
So like
he kind of does it.
Yeah,
actually.
But he actually didn't know who Lon Chaney even was. He just happened to go out, and the Hollywood Walk of Fame is along there, and Lon Chaney was the name on the ground. So he was not aware it was a man either. I love this guy. He's a muscly little something or other. That's all me. He's so good. Like there's this, like he has this certain bravery because he like most of the situations he puts himself in is some guy attacking him.
Yeah, or could, right.
Yeah, like.
Is this the one where he gets knocked out by Butterbean?
Yes, it is the one where he gets. Spoiler alert! Jesus Christ!
Spoiler alert!
Good God!
Look at all those old products. I'm trying to see what we got going on here. Oh, there's the beer counter. That's the best part about the States. Every fucking store has beer.
Still going. I love that. So this is actually, I think, other than Halloween, like the original Halloween, I think this is the most profitable movie we've ever done.
Really?
Yeah, this movie cost $5 million. The movie cost $5 million. It made $64 million. So it's not a big hit, but it made more than 10 times its money.
He's trying to take the guy.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. So it debuted number 1. It was going against The Ring, Ghost Ship, which was new at the time, Sweet Home Alabama, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Red Dragon. The Truth About Charlie was also new that week, but it was down to like number 14. It was like a limited release. Went down to number 4 week 2 when the Santa Claus 2 came out, as well as I Spy, but in my notes I wrote I Spay. It went down
he spays animals.
Yeah, he did. It went down to number 5 the next week when 8 Mile came out, and then it dropped down to number 7 when Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets and Half Past Ed came out, and then it was out of the top 10 after that. But I mean, respectable. It would have been. Oh, this is so rough. Like the one time, so I'll tell my one shit my pants story here. It was the day.
Was he supposed to shit his pants, or did he just shit his
No,
pants?
he was supposed to go into the store and shit, but they had to wait for a certain amount of time, and he had to shit so bad, and they were just, and people were fucking with him, and so he just started to shit himself. But yeah, I went to I was at my sister's Stag and Doe. People who aren't familiar with a Stag and Doe, it's like a yeah, I know. It's like a fundraiser / party.
Oh my God, that is so gross.
It's like
he's trying to clean his undies out.
It's like a
documentary and vegetarian.
Yeah, it's like a fundraiser / like part. Oh my fucking God! I'm gonna tell this story.
They're barfing and shitting.
I know. But anyways, so the Stag and Doe, it's like a fundraiser / party for like for the future bride and groom. And it was my sister's, and I was there, and I had the stomach flu, something awful. I was supposed to help out at the party. I ended up going home by myself, and I felt like I had to puke so bad. And I was like, I'm gonna puke. I'm driving home. I should not have driven myself home. That was a mistake too. But I ended up pulling over in it's this teeny little like internet service provider. They're called Vaccine. Sorry guys. I pulled into their parking lot, and I started just puking so hard, and then I just started shitting at the exact same time. I had no control over myself, so I had to drive home like that. And I was like, I took my jacket off and I laid it down, so I was sitting on my jacket in like shit. And I was just the whole way, and I was supposed to, and I couldn't even go home because my in-laws were here babysitting my daughter. And so I ended up going to my mom's place. My mom was still there, so I took off all my clothes and I put it in the laundry, and I had to shower, and then I like got into bed, and then I had to like get into like the spare bed like naked. That's so gross.
That is very gross. They better come back and clean that up.
They did. They had to buy the toilet and like remove it and stuff like that. But this is so mean. Although that's the best as Bam's hair looks in all of the properties. That's such a mean prank. And it would hurt like hell, too, because those things pull hair.
I couldn't hang out with these guys. If they were doing this shit to me all day, I would not hang out with this shit.
This is Matt Hoffman. Now they're fucking with, like, superstars.
A superstar, Matt Hoffman.
Yeah, he was a friggin' BMX legend.
Right, yeah. He doesn't need his hair.
Yeah.
To do his job.
These were the guys who all had video games named after themselves when this movie came out. The Mousetrap. You know what I would do? I would just roll. I feel like it's slamming on your finger is the real danger.
You have to fall on your penis.
Yeah.
There you go. Roll around. Get one on your wang.
Yeah. Well,
Look at they're all flying.
I know.
Nah, this one's not bad.
No, they said a lot of people thought that was faked, but it apparently was not faked.
He whipped it and got him right in the crotch.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wrestlers do this all the time. Fucking landing on tacks.
I know. But Terry.
Oh, he got some good bruises actually.
Terry Funk and Mick Foley never wrestled in mousetraps. I guarantee it's the craziest thing you'd ever see.
Oh God in heaven. This is worse than the atomic wedgie.
I like what the one guy says in this when it comes up. Yeah, I like everybody's assessment too. This isn't gonna happen. Poor guys, like everybody has to imagine, like, you know, hey mom, I'm in a movie. I can't wait for you to see my balls. That's worse than a hang. Like it didn't work at all.
You gotta reinforce that bad boy.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing too, like, because they didn't have anything in the front, so like this thing he just dumped over.
Okay, looks like fucking Buddy from Pantera.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh! So sure costs $5 million for this shit.
I know, right?
What the fuck? Costs $5 million to get the camera crew to Japan. That's what it costs.
I was gonna say the $5 million were more logistics than anything else, right? Like it's them like transporting people from place to place. It's them buying all brand new
go to the
equipment.
old skate park in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh, that's a.
He was like 30 when he was shooting this.
I know, you can tell he's looking pretty old now.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
he is going to get it gets better because now, like, when they really hurt themselves now.
Yeah. Well, that's like just 40-year-old me. I see them doing shit like this, and I'm like, the lightest thing they do, I'm like, oh my god, I would need friggin' muscle relaxers for a month.
Oh my god, yeah, fuck.
This is a rough one. I remember when I watched this for the first time, I was like, somewhere else.
Is he going to shoot like a sandbag at him?
Or like it's a beanbag bullet.
Beanbag bullet, yeah.
It's a beanbag bullet.
Oh my god, he does not look like he's like, oh fuck me.
That was like, what was it? The third one when they had the rubber bullet explosion in front of them and how he talks everybody into doing it.
I don't remember that part actually.
It's one of those things. It's meant for like crowd control at like embassies and stuff, and it explodes and these little rubber pellets explode out like at the speed of a bullet,
like a shotgun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's like buckshot all in your face.
Rock salt.
Yeah. And they were sitting there and
my God.
And like when it went off, one of the guys dropped out and the other two like, we're not doing it. Like, fuck that. And then he was like, God, come on, it's just loud. It's fine. And they got fucked up.
Oh
like,
my God.
Yeah. This is the best shot for this one. God.
I remember we had a BB gun on the island.
Yeah.
And it was me and the cadet. And it was like... me, like, I don't know, like across the table. And I was like, okay, here's the deal. Like, you shoot me in the hand with the BB gun, and then I shoot you in the hand with the BB gun. Oh my God, when you shot me in the fucking hand, it was like, I was like, oh my God in heaven. I was like, that hurts so fucking bad, but I just, in my face, kept it like, you know, I was like, no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You know, and then I turn around and be like, oh my God. And then I turn back around and then, oh yeah, come on. I didn't want it to be so bad that he's not going to do it now. I just fucking did it. And when I shot him in the hand, he started crying.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't blame him. No. It hurt like a stump, but I'm tough as fucking nails.
I guess he had just, like, the day before been knocked out by Butterbean when he did this. Like, how awful was that? Because originally he was supposed to be shot in the chest, and they're like, if you get shot in the chest, you'll die.
No.
Like, look at that. He said it felt like a rock on like the inside, like just the contusion that was there. I love that.
You can't teach that.
See how I stopped the bullet with my body? This is awful.
Oh, God. That's nothing. I had essentially the same goddamn thing on my inner thigh as the rope like snapped back. And thank God it didn't hit me in the junk. Because it was like that, only right on my leg.
Who was it? Daniel.
No, sorry, it was up here. It was right up here.
Oh, there you go.
On my belly.
Oh, God, that's
awful. And it was like a super, like the world's worst towel snap. I was like, whoa, fuck.
That's awful.
It was Mr. Bean.
Yeah. Who was it? That was Japanese Mr. Bean, I mean, sorry. It was, I think, Daniel Tosh and Tosh.0 did a thing where they had a bowling ball go down Der Stuka, one of the big water slides at whatever water park in LA, and it slammed into his balls and stuff like that. And he had a big, huge purple bruise on his thigh from it. Because, I mean, it's one of those ones that go, like, you have to be like this to go, like, straight down. You know, it's really funny. Well, if you watch the DVD and you watch the cast commentary, it's very funny to see the other people's opinions because some of the guys hated some of the sketches in these. They're like some of the guys, like they were like, that was stupid. And they're like, why? What's wrong with it? The guy in a big cone fucking everybody up. And he's like, yeah, he seems like it's something my mom would like.
Right.
This was pretty.
Shit.
That was crazy. You can actually see a moment where he kind of almost wipes out. Like, give it up for him.
Oh, here comes somebody to help him.
I know, right? Yeah, here's spoiler alert. You're not catching him. It's so funny because they always
at the top of the hill.
Because they always have like really nice people.
Oh shit! This isn't gonna be good. Knoxville again getting beat up. No. Oh, it's ass kicked by girl.
Yeah, they mentioned in the commentary that they looked at this girl's record later on, and she actually didn't have a very good record. So he's like, "You got beat up by a not very tough girl."
Well, Jesus Christ, it looks pretty good to me. That's Ryan down there, eh?
Yeah, and Ryan is done.
I give it ass kicked by her, man. No problem. He's getting paid for it. I wonder what they got paid for these movies.
Actually, apparently not much for this one. Steve-O said in a podcast that they made about $65,000 each off of this.
That's it, eh?
Yeah, they got paid more as they went on.
I guess, yes.
But they got paid ahead of time, and obviously they weren't like entitled to points or anything like that. So when it made $64 million or whatever, they weren't really like, hey, here's some cash for no reason.
Fighter!
I know, right? Well, it's like my thing, because if you know she's a professional fighter, like I'm not going to be, you've agreed to do this, so she's fine with me hitting you. So she's fine with me hitting her. My hesitation is if I miss, I'm out. Like the second I miss, I'm going to get punched in the face.
She gets slapped around all the time.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, but this is not what I'm saying. Not what I'm saying about hitting her. I'm saying if when I miss, I'm going to be the one.
Yes, totally. Yes.
That's where his hesitation's coming from. Not from hitting. Not from like, I don't want to hit her.
If I miss, she's gonna kick the shit out of me even more.
Yeah, it's like I need to nail my punch so I can like not be that. The guy who's the referee there, his name's Loomis. He ends up being the referee in a lot of their stuff.
Yes, he looks like he's like John 5 from fucking, or like he's like he's like a roadie for White Zombie.
Oh, totally. But he, But he apparently he wanted to go to Japan so bad, so they wanted him to write some ideas. We'll see his idea. I know, just destroyed him. So we'll see in a minute his idea. That he brought to this, because he wanted to go, and they're like, you're not getting a free trip to Japan if you don't come up with an idea that requires being there. You can't come. No, that Loomis guy who was the referee there.
Oh,
yeah, I love the pole vaulting. So you know what's really funny though is like watching. Oh, this is so gross. Dead kitty. So he actually got a brutal infection, like he was hospitalized like the day after this. Because that's literally, it's just a sewage runoff. So he's just in piss and shit right now. And with a mouth wide open and eyes like... So they actually put up that volleyball net so he could do this, and then people just happened to be doing it. This is gnarly.
Whoa!
It doesn't look as good, but it looks way better here, because... That's a jump.
Looks like the same place where they ended off on, you forgot your briefcase.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like what they do. They have these little transition things that were made a bigger things. So this was the idea that Loomis had that got him the trip to Japan. The only thing he didn't realize is that pandas aren't Japanese, they're Chinese.
Nice.
So he was just like, night pandas, that's what we could do. And then they were like, fuck it, just give him a ticket. You have to come
up with an idea.
Well, why would, like, I get it though. When it's a low budget thing, you're not friggin' flying everybody out to Japan for no reason. So like, if you're not going to contribute to like making the thing, then you don't get a ticket. We'll be just fine without you. Oh, now we know which one's which. It's Preston. Well, once again, I reiterate, there's no man named Percy in this entire movie.
Oh, yeah. They get all the girls.
I feel like that's actually very true.
Oh.
There's actually a really gross story where I guess Preston hooks up with some girl, and then like instead of being very grateful, he like literally he wrote on her back saying Preston was here, and then like he and then he put the sheet back over her, and then I guess there was like stuff like red and stuff all over her sheets. She didn't know what to do. She went over to her neighbor's house and showed her back, and it says Preston was here.
It says Preston was. Oh fuck! They're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, we know what it's like.
Pandas are in here.
We know what it's like when pandas drink. I wonder how long it takes them to get kicked out of a place.
These guys are loving it.
I know. That guy, he gets fucked up. This apparently, they just stumbled upon this. This was apparently like a graduation ritual. It was like some kind of like hazing kind of thing. I know. I feel so bad. Like imagine being the little guy all the time, eh?
They love him.
I know. So Wee Man, again, like most of these guys weren't in a lot, like from an acting standpoint, but Wee Man was in a movie where he played Elfman, and that movie was called Elfman, and it also starred Mackenzie Aston.
Oh, what a crew!
Mm-hmm. But he was also. I felt bad though because he's billed as Wee Man, like he could. It's like a Rock situation. Like, what are you going to use my real name? When you fucking matter.
Exactly.
So I guess they filmed that stuff twice because they went to I think it was in they shot it in the States, and they didn't work very well. Then they went to like Japan where like the real deal fireworks are.
Right, and got some real ones.
I always wondered because I mean they're obviously going downhill, so I want to see how much faster. Like they don't seem to be. He doesn't seem to be going much faster as a result of those things.
I like the idea though.
Yeah. Well, it's the fact that he's falling over isn't because he's losing control. It's It's just because of the fact that like
just fireworks everywhere.
Well, no, but Johnny Knoxville is notoriously like not coordinated,
right?
So he probably just can't skate. I love it too because like these guys like they always have these moments where they'll be telling stories and they're like, yeah, I just wanted to get this done. I wanted to get to the bar.
Oh, I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Roller disco truck.
This is funny. Preston Lacey was a professional truck driver for a time.
Oh, no way. It's kind of impressive, eh?
He's he is a licensed truck driver. This was a good idea. Well, it must be nice to actually be on that end of the things for a change, right? Oh, good God.
I did love in the one that they do like the triple like whammy prank where they hire the guy to be the thing, like the cab driver one. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, well, let's talk about it when we get to it.
That's in part 2. Yeah. That was
I think that's their best one. That's my favorite one.
That was J. Chandler Zekar who directed Super Troopers.
Yes.
It's so good. There's a great thing with Bam and the making of this where they couldn't get the truck. Like the truck kept dying because they couldn't power a fog machine at the same time as the lights. He's like, we can't get a fog machine and lights to work at the same time on a Paramount motion picture.
Oh Lord,
this is a mistake. This is actually on. You can see Johnny's wearing a birthday cake hat. This is his 31st birthday when they're shooting this.
Oh my God in heaven.
And they're in Japan. This is a horrible idea. Also, stop telling everybody you do cocaine. Like this, that's all this is telling you. It's like, congratulations.
Are unkillable.
Yeah. See, that's what actually one of the happiest I was when 3 came out. Oh God, that makes me want to die. The happiest I was though when 3 came out is when you see him sober. Right. He is so like pleasant. He's actually been a few times in Buffalo at Helium Comedy. No, Helium Comedy Club.
Oh,
he
no way.
He does stand up.
Oh, you're gonna regret that one tonight, bud. Who's going for more?
That was his pick me up. Do you imagine? Like, imagine that spice up here.
Oh God, that is so gross.
It's like you see the way that people react with like hot ones, and the fucking sushi chef just going like nothing's dude. He's like, this happens to me all the time. Exactly. He's like, wasabi snooters is like 1 out of every 8 like customers I have.
Get him, Percy.
I fucking hate you. I hate you so much. This is why you and I, because you talked in the last movie about, if we ever did a Russo, that would never happen because I could not let you anywhere near anybody because you wouldn't get their names right.
You're like, fuck off.
Yeah, you think I'm letting you go do a movie with Benedict Cumberbatch? Not a goddamn chance.
I like Arigato.
I like these guys because, like, he's a cameraman. That's Rick Cossack. He's like one of the cameramen.
Oh!
I know. And he and they just happen they give them chances to be on camera, but it's like, oh, you're gonna be on camera, but it's gonna be like for an embarrassing reason. He got de-diapered.
De-diapered. It'd been better if he had shit all in it.
There was a good scene that you see with Preston.
Oh fuck!
I think it was in the second one, the behind the scenes thing where he's Wee Man tries to pants him and he doesn't get him, and he's like, you're a loser when you have to wear double pairs of underwear so you don't get de-pantsed by a midget.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, they loved fucking with alligators in this one.
Of course you knew something was wrong. Every time you came into your damn house, you'd have to be like, what is wrong? You'd live in fear.
That's the thing, too.
Terrible.
That's the thing, because you could see, too, like, when, like, they're being fucked with you. You could kind of tell when they're like, oh, they know this is going to be good footage. That's going to make her son money. That's going to keep things rolling. You know what I mean?
It's a fucking gator. This is like all the time in Florida. Big deal.
Yeah, I know. Well, they're not in Florida. They're in Pennsylvania.
Gators all the time in Pennsylvania.
Yes. Yeah, Pittsburgh is one of the gator capitals of the world.
I just grabbed by his tail and dragged him into the fucking yard.
Yeah.
Fuck him. What did she say?
She said, aren't you scared to death? I would be. Like, I'd be freaked out, but at the same time, like, one of the big things, because
I checked the house for more alligators. They're gonna go run someone's gonna be bigger alligator.
There actually is another alligator, and I think it's in the bathroom. And I think one of them goes to go in the bathroom, but it just didn't like play well on camera or whatever. I think you see it in the credits. She's like locked in the laundry room.
Dad's loving it, eh?
Yeah. It's really funny in the cast commentary too. They talk about
what does she think? What does she think? The gator's knocking on the door, like, hey, coming in.
Yeah, well, no, they're probably thinking that they're holding the alligator. Right, exactly. They brought it to the door. Her eyes are so big.
Is it real?
Yeah. I always thought that looked really shady, but apparently they explain it because they were like, they sort of got him, but it didn't look like they got him, so they made him sit still so they could get him. And then they fucked him up good. That's a good one.
Yeah, I guess.
Mm-hmm. This is why they're always shaving their heads, because of stuff like this.
Yeah, exactly. Good point.
That guy at Clyde Singleton there has one of my favorite all-time lines. I can't remember if it's from one of the movies or the show. Oh yeah, it was from the show. He's like a homeless guy who's like, he's pushing cans in a cart and they run over the cans. And then he just says randomly out of nowhere, he goes, "I got chili on my nose."
Oh, he's going all right.
He's grinding a rail. They put a flat cap on it because they didn't believe he'd be able to even get an inch on a round rail.
Knoxville?
No, yeah, because they're making Knoxville. My wife has a pair of Vans. Like, those are some Converse All-Stars he's wearing, I think. But, or maybe some Chuck Taylors. But,
I'm sure they like welded a thing onto that railing for that.
No, it's just strapped on. It's not welded. You can see the strap things underneath it, holding it in place. But, it
looked like he broke his damn ankle.
I know, it was rough. But yeah, it was because I look at like skating shoes and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, they look so uncomfortable. But my wife's got a pair of Vans, and she swears by them. She's like, they're so comfy.
Oh, Vans? No,
yeah.
No.
Carrie loves hers.
Yeah, screw those things. There's like no fucking support.
He's got the weirdest ass in the world. No, but that's the thing, and that's what I said. And she's like, no, there's tons of support.
Nah, I don't like them. I bought 2 pairs. I brought them back. But, teach their own.
Yeah.
I need like a lot of padding.
This is the worst. I would rather be hung. I'd rather get bit by the alligator.
There's a paper cut in between your toes.
Yeah. And then on top of that, something they don't show in this, there's a fish bowl there or something like that, and it's full of rubbing alcohol, and they're dipping their cuts into the rubbing alcohol. On top of that, you'll actually see one of their faces. He does his nose, and then he's got a wet face because he dipped his face in. You hear it. You hear it. Oh.
That was a good one.
Oh, good God. Like, there's only so much. Fuck off. I can't take it.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
No, I couldn't in a billion years.
$5 million paper cut.
Yeah. Well, it's not like any one person got $5 million.
Yeah.
Oh.
What just happened to that guy?
I guess the story is because like they said, he's a vegetarian, whatever. Right before they shot this, he had eaten a piece of pizza that had pepperoni on it and didn't realize, and he was feeling a little sick to his stomach. Then he went in there and it was hot and it's full of people, and then he's watching like something that's grossing him out, and
oh my God,
he looks so weird there. The lip.
I guess so.
See, this is where his
teeth aren't all messed up yet.
Yeah.
That's when he dunked his face in after he did.
The fortune teller. So what he says here, according to the thing, he asks if he speaks Japanese. Oh, I know my future. They didn't get nearly enough to do. Like, what the stuff he gets to do in the other 2 movies compared to this one is so much more. Like,
better.
He's barely involved.
I'm glad they had a second and third, because to be honest with you, this one's not really holding up like I thought it was gonna. I think the other ones are way funnier.
The second and third go a lot bigger, for sure. This one is kind of like they basically, like, they had a line for TV that was basically like budget based, and then they didn't think as big as they could have.
Right.
And just did, but they just like, hey, we can swear and we can get away. We can afford to do this now. And
there's Tony Hawk. Oh,
that was Matt Hoffman, who landed on his face. Like, he had a concussion and a broken wrist after that, and still shot the rest of the day. Like, he didn't even go to the hospital. He's just like, oh, fuck it. Apparently this is the training facility for Boom Boom Huck Jam.
Oh,
where they were doing
Boom Boom Huck Jam.
You don't remember Boom Boom Huck Jam? That's where they had all those like crazy fucked up half pipes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I forget. You even said it before. He's a pretty good skateboarder.
Yeah. But the what was crazy too, it's still crazy to me that like Tony Hawk is like 50 plus now, and he's still at like skateboard tournaments and stuff like that. And
he's not just like that. You can like he's like competing.
Yes. Yeah, he's not the old man just hanging out. But mind you, he actually looks better now than he looked in that shot. But I guess if you're dressed in a fat suit in the middle of Florida, you're dying. This is the cool thing that they did there, because they have like literally bikes like ride into those middle parts, and baby got back. Jesus. And the dude did it with no hands.
This is like a sport at the Olympics now.
Yeah. Oh, right in the chin. You can see if you go back, you can actually see the skateboard hang up on the thing, and then it finally lets go. Johnny is a member at this gym, as of when they did the commentary for this. I don't know if you remember him, but this guy reminds me of Chris Wozniak that we went to school with.
Oh, I just went to my buddy Pork's house, and his old lady, his mom, is married to a dude that we went to Simcoe with. I, for the life of me, cannot remember his name.
All right.
He was 2 years younger than us, and he totally remembered as Matt. He was on the football team. Matt.
Butterbean.
Whatever, but he was like, I remember being in grade 9, and he was like, and there's you. He's like, and you have a full beard. He's like, we're in high school, and then I was like, don't forget about the bald guy that would sit next to me. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, Joe. He like totally remembered your name. And he was like, just like these two old men.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this is a good day.
If we were the guys to know we could get into rated R movies. Look at the size of his meaty fist. It's so big. The all I think about when I see Butterbean now is not his like tough man fights or anything like that. It's just beating the shit out of an embarrassing Bart Gunn.
Oh yeah,
he's like the tough enough champion.
I saw their first. He's really going at him too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's told him. He actually he said a thing where he's like, I want you to go full tilt on me. He's like, I can't do that, Johnny. And he's like, I want you to go full tilt on me. He's like, you don't have to ask me twice. And he just absolutely destroyed him. It actually goes longer than they show here too, but I mean, there's only so much of watching him get murdered. I like this part. This is my favorite. You haven't even hit me yet. Nothing. Like he didn't even notice. Like how
there you go.
Like how emasculating is that? Like I would rather he just took my wife in front of me.
Oh yeah, I just saw at the I don't know what event it was I was watching, but it was the debut of the Smoking Guns.
Oh god.
It was them and the Steiners teamed up against Money Incorporated and the Head Shrinkers.
I so
his head off the counter?
Yeah. I so resent you for watching all these right now. I just want you to be watching all of them with me.
Oh, I'll go over them again. We got with the Butterbean.
Good. His nipples are in a weird place. They're like in the middle of his body, but not because of saggy boobs. Gash.
That's not like been played. Hey, he's just shooting the breeze on there.
You think he's tough? Look at this shit.
Oh yeah. I'm still pull it out, let it bleed.
No. Apparently I bled all over my pillow last night.
I always do.
It still hurts. It's a big hole. I'm actually kind of like, oh god, do I need stitches?
No, tough it out.
I am. I'll either bleed to death or heal. One or the other.
Look at the DVD rental.
I know. There's nothing like a corner store that also rents movies. And you know, if you go back, you'll see they had like 5 movies. It was like 20 copies of one movie and then like another 20 copies of another.
They only get the popular ones.
Yeah. What the hell did they do with everything otherwise? That was a zombie. That woman was a zombie. Oh, the whale sharks. I want to do this. Well, not exactly this. I'd like to swim with whale sharks. That's the limitation to what I want to do. I don't want to fill my dick hole with shrimp. I like the way this guy explains this. I showed them what happens with sea cucumbers if they feel threatened. So poor sea cucumbers.
You don't deserve this, buddy.
They're probably like, oh, here we go again. This is not new to them.
Whale shark gummer.
Yeah. I like because it's like they're about to get the shrimp dumped in and it's like, okay, you don't want pubes for this. Sometimes puppies bite.
That's true, that.
Yeah.
You're going to get a gummer.
It's such a way to describe this, I suppose.
Oh, my Lord. They must have found this thing where you can go feed the whale sharks.
Yeah.
Because, like, who came... You know what I mean? Hey,
Yeah.
you know, what if we filled our pants with shrimp and let a whale shark eat him out?
Yeah. Well, it's probably... Yeah, it's a combination of that and probably somebody finding out that there's a shark that doesn't have teeth.
No, there's Steve-O's Wang.
Yeah. It was very weird to see. I remember, like, seeing this in the theater and being so weirded out. I'm like, they're just showing off their dicks? Like, what's going on?
That's all it is, pretty much.
Because it's like...
you showing their dicks off.
Well, I didn't really see... Like, I saw clips from the show, but, like, we didn't have MTV, so it's like, I wasn't seeing any of this. And, like, poor things. They're just assaulting this poor shark. Or they have the Duke lacrosse team.
Oh, wait, you wait till this shark gets a big bite. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, now they're teaming up.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It's so fucking scary, man. I don't care that it can't bite you or eat you. It's so big.
It's still huge. You can still like grab your leg and pull you out of the water and drown your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, look like
he does. Like,
oh, he's got his whole butt in there.
I know. Oh, that's so scary. So apparently they had a
oh, he's going for the cameraman. Now this guy's pissed off. He's like, nobody fucking humps me.
I know. Apparently they had an interview with Johnny Knoxville, and I guess in this movie, because I guess there's some situations where Chris Pontius dresses like the devil in sketches and stuff like that. So they were actually going to have him dress like the devil and go into like one of those Pentecostal like snake handler churches.
Oh, fuck that.
And stuff like that. And they actually said they couldn't do it because the whole budget of the movie would have doubled just in insurance, because they're like, they would have fucked you. Like, his life would have been in danger. We can't.
Oh,
like,
my God. Totally.
We couldn't insure you.
Fuck that.
I loved that one shot. It's like they give you kind of the shittier shot before, because that one the water hits and he's just gone. And then this one is like it's so mellow. He just kind of like wee.
I feel like the concepts for a lot of the skits are there, but like, you know, the whale one didn't really work out. Like,
it's a lot of good on paper. I like this one. The world's greatest tattoo. So you saw when he was getting attacked by the alligators there, you saw just his head.
It was just the head. He didn't have the hands there. Yeah.
That's a very good...
It looks just like him. It's a good tattoo, actually.
It's a really good tattoo. I love that it also just has his autograph on it. He
still has that tattoo, right? Like,
yeah. Yeah,
he's not get her a tattoo that's sweet.
He's not chickening out like Pete Davidson, who's getting rid of half of his stuff. I guess Henry Rollins didn't really get what was supposed to be happening here, apparently. Like, I guess he was there and he was just like he was like, are we acting? Like, what are we doing? And he's like, no, we're just doing it. Just go crazy. Like, whatever. Apparently this isn't their Hummer either. They fucked this guy's Hummer up and they had to pay for like the damages and stuff like that. Which I mean, that tells you something about how rough these roads are if it fucks up a Hummer.
Oh, they don't make those Hummers like they used to, baby.
He's just got a weird patch of gray.
He's got a barcode on his back of his neck.
He does.
He's an android. Yeah. Every fucking time that I go to Netflix, there's a movie there called He Never Died, starring him.
Oh, really?
And one of these days I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah. Is it like the series, like the what's his face?
Thanks for showing up, Henry.
Something Stone. What is it? The Tom Selleck movies.
Oh my God, no.
Jesse Stone. That's like
that's not that fast. I feel like I could swing it faster.
I know. I feel like it looked so like chill compared to like there was one I saw one time when a guy put his motorcycle sideways and used the motorcycle wheel to spin it.
Right.
And it spun so fast the guy literally just went flying off of it. Yeah, I'm like you though. I would be so tense during there. Like
I couldn't be hanging around these people. I'd be fucking losing it.
It's like, well, in like I think it's part 2. They like show like Aaron and Bam get into like a fight at one point. He's just because like they're all stressed all the time, right?
Holy Christ! Yeah, you're right. You just shave your head.
Yeah, apparently they planned at one point that they were going to prank and they were going to get some really hot girls. and be like, "Oh, you're really cute," and try and like draw him close, and then one of them was going to do his head.
Right. Oh my God, what is happening?
They're too keen on like using their assholes. You could not get me to pinch. You could not get me to pinch even if there was no bottle rocket. I know. Even if there was no bottle rocket on it, you couldn't get me to put that thing near my ass.
Oh my Lord.
I'd be more inclined to do this. I'm not playing with my asshole. What a thing I have to say on a podcast, right? Good God.
It's gonna rip his ween right off.
Maybe. It's either him or me.
Who taped his wang up?
I don't know. It's apparently it's a surgical glove.
Oh,
That's just like cut up.
Right.
And he stuck his penis in the thumb. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, combo platter.
Oh my. Now this isn't the gayest thing I've ever seen.
It's not. I've seen gayer. Sometimes penises go into asses. Did you know?
What?
Ah.
This is the double whammy.
Yeah.
Niagara Falls and New Year's Eve, eat your heart out.
It almost hit him in the face.
Your buddies are smoking it with
Yeah,
in
I
a
know.
fucking front row seats. Like, yeah. Rob Zombie's a roadie.
Yeah. This is actually one that they admit that they faked. They tell you what it is. You don't need to look over to see.
That's true. Yeah.
So you
Oh
can
my
see,
God.
So you can see in the thing, Preston never left that couch. He didn't move a muscle, but then when you watch this replay,
That's not a real cactus.
yeah. Oh. I don't know. It
Oh,
looks
maybe
real.
it is. Yeah, it does
Yeah.
look pretty real. They don't look like they have very
Yeah.
many spikes on it.
No, they don't all.
He'd be fucking hurt. And
Yeah.
I would
I'm sure
never
he's-
sign. If that was a real cacti,
Yeah.
I would never have done that.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
You're
I
picking
would.
shit out of your fucking back and arms for like fuck man.
Yeah.
For the rest of the filming duration of this.
Yeah, there are certain there's certain cactus breeds that just have like little teeny tiny kind of barbs.
Oh my God, you ever see like these fucking videos
I have.
where it's like two dogs in the back of the truck and their faces are now just porcupine quills.
Oh God.
And
Dude,
and the caption underneath says 4th time.
Yeah.
Like what?
dogs are so goddamn stupid.
What the fuck?
I
dude?
watched. There's a veterinarian show on like Nat Geo. Like I broadcasted at work, and literally they had this one dog. He came in with the quills, and they have to take it. And you're so sad for the dog. He looks so in pain.
Dog.
And then literally
Poor dear.
they send him home. They gave him antibiotics and stuff. They sent him home, and then the next day, and they brought him back in, and it was again. And it was like, "Are you serious? Like, get rid of your dog at that point. This is fucking gross."
Yeah.
Do you know what this made me think of,
This
though?
one is way grosser than it is funny.
Yes, I agree. It was like the stuff that happened afterwards is funny. That's there's no reason for this. Do you know what this reminds me of though? Not the eating the piss part, but the reminds me of that time when we went to our buddy's place when his like aunt was out of town or whatever. It was his buddy's aunt's place, and they had the hot tub, and then we'd like run out in the snow.
Yes.
From the hot tub.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I was like, it's the same level of maturity, except we weren't eating piss.
I would do this one, but it would have to be. Oh, see, now come on now. That's a little. What is this? A gang initiation beating?
Yes. No, it's just because everybody likes beating him up. And I think
Kick
that they
him right in the
understood.
balls. Oh Lord, there you go.
No video is properly over until somebody's puke.
Oh,
The puke snot is one of the worst things in the world. I'm very familiar with it.
the puke snot.
I remember this from the trailer. This is one of the first things I saw in the trailer. I'm like, what the hell is this? It was like, I saw this before I saw even clips from the show.
What? Oh my God. If I was going to do the pee in the snow one, you'd have to drink a lot. Drink a lot of beer so that
Yeah.
when you're pissing just pure water.
Yeah.
So like there's no yellow in it. Essentially.
I would have
And I'm
said,
like, go for that.
I would have said I'll drink a lot of water so my
Why?
piss is pure water.
That doesn't work that much. It doesn't work that way. If you drink a shit ton of water, that's gonna be bad. If you drink a shit ton of water, you'll only take one good pee.
Yeah.
If you got to redo it over and over, he's ready. He's got the whole newspaper in there, baby. Not just the comics.
Yeah.
He's ready for
Yeah.
the night.
I know.
He's got his night planned.
Poor guy too. He's like, he did not expect to have like a bottomless bit of
No,
footage.
see,
of
this
him
I don't
in
like either.
No.
He's like beating his dad up.
Yeah. And the other thing too is like his dad could murder him. He looks like he has like a vagina too because he's got his penis tucked in.
I would got off that fucking toilet and I would have beaten the living shit out of that kid.
Would that not have been a very, very funny piece of footage?
Just I would have fucking wailed on him.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Oh, this is a good. This is like probably the one where they're meanest to people. Like most people are fine because it's just a reaction, but then there's like one group, one specific pair who just like that's funny to me. Like it's just like because you're not like outwardly harming anybody. You're just kind of like fucking with them for a minute.
Those are like old rich white people. Like who gives a fuck?
I know, right?
On the old golf course.
As these guys.
Oh yeah, they get pissed.
Yeah. He was already
hit too. He's
Look
like,
at this
guy's after you, bud.
This guy's manly ass mustache.
Holy fuck, that guy is super manly.
I will make
he rode a steer there. Do not fuck with him.
Look at this guy.
Oh, geez, he got pretty close actually.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't entirely buy that these guys are going to kick their ass. Like I have bursitis. I've had bursitis.
I
didn't really know.
As he walked away, I do it again.
Oh no, you're going to get better. I like this guy's immediate response. Like he knew what he was going to do.
Look at this. This is wicked.
Oh, this is terrifying.
He's teeing off.
I would feel pretty safe in there. You're in the branches and all that. And he's hitting like with a driver. He's not hitting low. Oh, I love this. This is good. Gonna fuck up his swing. Oh, so good.
Oh fuck.
This is Chris Pontius in the mouse costume.
Jesus Christ.
Getting fucked up by a jaguar.
Poor mountain lion.
Oh yeah, mountain lion. That's right. That's better.
That's it. That's all that one was. The thing just hits him in the head.
Well, no, the thing was they shoot a bigger piece, but they don't all work. So they just take a little chunk of it that works and then make it a transitional whatever. That was like that skimboarding thing that we saw before. This was a good one.
Get that guy out. That's a good one, actually. I really like that. This guy just giving her.
I love him.
Is that Millie Vanilli?
I was just going to say that's Vanilli taking off. Who's this? What? Who? What?
Notice the black guy's like, I'm not taking the heat for this. He is gone.
Yeah. It's funny, too, because
really good one.
That kind of like when you see the replay of it, when you see, they had to chase him down. When you see the replay of it, you'll see that like he takes off immediately. Watch. Nope. Like there's no pause.
See, he's the only smart guy in the whole fucking room.
That's always the case. That's like when you like the stereotypical people like talking in movie theaters and stuff. It's the black guys are the only people with any sense ever. They're like, get out of there. You don't be in that house.
Yeah, like what
You're
the
right.
fuck, right? Let's split up.
Mm-hmm. So this was supposed to be Steve-O's bit, and that's what they're explaining right now. I love this. He wants this stuff. Jeff Tremaine, he always looks so he like changes his look so drastically during like the shoots. You don't always know who it's him.
I think he's drinking himself into this one.
No, he's already said he's not doing it. They're finding other talent for this.
Oh my god, this is a good one.
Ryan Dunn, man.
This is a fucking good one. I like this one.
They had to cut some of the chunks of this scene out because it made it like I guess you got to see some of the insertion and it like made it an NC-17 rating, so they had to back it off.
This is such a good one.
Oh god. Do you know how scared I would be? Actually, they said, I guess one of the doctors that they see, like one of the X-ray tech guys, said to them, he's like, you're not going to be able to get this thing out of you without surgery. And they started panicking because they're like, oh God, like what did I just do to myself?
Oh, was he just fucking with them?
No, he like was literally, they thought he swallowed it.
But he's just sitting there while the medic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, buddy.
Could you imagine, say after this movie came out and was really successful, and then you get hired as the medic on the next movie, you're like, oh my God, what am I signing up for right now?
Buddy again.
This guy's got my favorite reaction because he's almost crying. he's emotionally damaged.
Oh my God, get over it, man. Yeah, but these guys are all probably looking at me, put in your ass, baby. Now you know, even just a little bit what it's like. It's just a fucking dinky car, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, but still,
it's funny how like all of the shit that they do is fine, except for sticking a car up his ass is too gay.
Well, I don't even think. Well, I don't even think.
You just said my penis in your mouth last skit.
Yeah,
now this is too much for you.
Well, he never said anything about being too gay. Like, I mean, and assholes aren't meant for in.
Says who?
So
I have a whole series of movies I can show you that will beg to differ that point.
Yeah, but those guys train for that, literally. Like, they stick like little things in and work their way up. This is like you're
like so degraded.
Yeah, your first thing shouldn't be a metal non-finger shaped thing.
They know something's wrong when he comes in with a cameraman.
Yeah. What weirds me out though is, and again, I don't know from American.
This seems almost like like a hidden camera.
Yeah. Well, he is kind of hidden. Like the second guy does have like a thing with a camera in it, but I just didn't understand, like, because like when we have an X-ray here, we don't, like, the X-ray tech doesn't talk to us about what they found and stuff like that. They give all the information to the doctor, and then the doctor tells us what they found.
Well, would you just see it come out?
Yeah.
Like you think you'd know what they found?
No, I know.
You stuck it up there.
No, I just mean like from like, I think it's like from like a legal standpoint, like it's got to be like the physician has to be
is not supposed to be telling you yes, exactly.
But this guy, but I think it's like a whole different practice. Like that guy is a doctor, and like he's not just like a tech. I love that they got this. I guess they saw this footage and they're like, we have to translate this immediately because it's got to be great. I like how he elaborates on this story so much. He's like, it went from being like, oh, I got a little drunk and I passed out to it was an orgy.
They were the drugged up orgy.
Yeah. I love that guy. He's got this like fun little Cuban accent. I love it. What a great lines. I'm gonna bring this up.
Maybe you stuck it up your ass.
Thank God. I guess they did this at a second place, they did this at a first place. This was the second place, and the guys just like laughed at them, and they're like,
"Oh, it's the first place."
And they're like, "That's not the reaction. Like, we're looking for something to get content out of." So they left there, and I guess with the second X-ray, you can see that the car's shifted. A lot of diarrhea, but no car.
It'll just flow around the car.
This is great. I guess they wanted to invite him to the premiere, but they didn't but they didn't want people thinking that he was like in on it. And they felt like if you brought him to the premiere, like people would think he was an actor in the movie, as opposed to just being a.
How does he get the fucking car out his ass? I guess we never know.
No, he shows after. So this was part of you get to see a little bit of it in the movie or like in the credits and stuff, but like they made a big Rube Goldberg machine out of all of the guys and it just failed so miserably that they just took the end of it because they wanted to use Rip Taylor. I love Rip Taylor so much.
He's throwing all the shit in the water.
I know.
Come on, Rip.
I just love that he's got like such a specific confetti thing. Like, I need this confetti. I need to be able to do that.
There it is.
That's so gross. Oh, that was all on his head.
They
bear
never
spray.
showed that one.
No, this is like, these are like the failed things, right? Well, either failed or just like the not enough to make like a full-on bit out of, you know what I mean? Oh, that's bungee wedgie. So you can skate.
Oh, it's Cameron, dude.
Yeah.
It was all right.
So,
I would rate it lower than when I first saw it.
Yes. Well, again, but we didn't have the other ones to compare it to at the time.
Exactly.
So we'll get through the other ones sooner than later.
That was the best one right there.
Yeah, that was a good one. That one just
almost
made
killed
me.
him.
Yeah, that one made me. Well, and it's so funny that every single one of them has one that almost killed him. Like the second one, that rocket that like fails and like shoots out the side, and is like, if it would have went backwards at him, it would have went through him.
He's laughing as he does the tattoo, eh?
That's not what you want. I want a man taking.
Oh, there's the
gator,
the dumper.
Yeah.
Yeah, you beat a complete non-professional. Way to go! Oh my god.
Yeah, but I think he was also told to come out like that. I don't think he was. Yeah. I don't think he was having a legit celebration. There's things like that. They're just like, and because again, it's like you said, like some things are just good on paper, so they do them.
Like
and
the concepts seem good, but
and that's like this is this type of shooting is a numbers game. It's kind of like with Impractical Jokers we were talking about before. Like we see them interact with one, maybe two people each, and it's like they probably talk to like 30 people over the course of a day because like 90% of them don't give a fuck. They're just like whatever, or they're assholes, or just something that doesn't make for good content.
Just film a ton of shit and see what works, right? Throw it to the I see he's punching people.
I know. So this band, this is CKY, the band that's playing right now, and in that band is Bam Margera's brother Jess. Oh. Yeah, it's apparently like foam core like stuff like made to look like rock, but they got a few of them got pretty fucked up there. Yeah, that was like the lamest way to do that.
They should have figured out a better way. Like that could have been awesome.
Yeah, it could have been. It's just they could not wrap their head. I like.
He's got a gator boner.
Yeah, yeah, that cloaca, man. Oh, stone crab. That must be awful. Look at how slow that thing was going. He tore his hamstring because he had torn his hamstring right before shooting this, and then he retore it like right away. Oh, as somebody who's fallen on my tailbone more than once and had like really negative effects from it, that freaks me out every time.
Yeah, you did fall. Wasn't it? No, the rest of it was your neck. When you
that was my neck.
Your head.
Yeah,
but I do remember you telling me one time. Yeah, you landed on your tailbone really bad.
That was on Christmas Day, and I had a seizure. I fell. I was like similar to like my computer chair there. I fell and I hit my tailbone right on the end where the caster is.
Oh, Lord.
And then I popped up and I walked out and I was like, I don't feel so good. And I fell into the tree and I had a seizure.
Really?
Yeah. And the ambulance was here on Christmas Day, and they told me that if I went to the hospital, they were going to pull my license. So, and I was like, I don't.
Oh, if you drove yourself?
No, if I went to the hospital and said I had a seizure, they say we have to make sure you don't have epilepsy, and they're going to take your license.
I got you.
So
you just manned it out.
I didn't have epilepsy, so I knew that much.
Is that like a thing?
What do you mean?
Like people that have major tailbone injuries then have seizures? Like
no, I think what happened was just a series of I had a quick trauma that actually went like up my spinal column. Then I got up really fast and made myself all like lightheaded and dizzy, and then I fell face first into I think it was the perfect storm. One of the grossest yet most erotic things I ever saw, there was one time when he jumps on Wee Man. He jumps on Wee Man when he's completely naked, and then as he slides himself off, he starts pulling like Wee Man's pants, but he's got this face on like he's gonna suck his dick, and I'm like, He calls her over, he's like, did you know I have a tail? And she's like, what? Oh, this is them seeing the X-ray for the first time. That's the best. So this is bits of the Rube Goldberg machine that would have ended with including this. Yeah, that was it was I don't know what they expected was gonna happen with most of this shit. Yeah. And then that was supposed to shoot off a rocket, which then sent him flying down, and he's supposed to be a penis going through a vagina followed by his balls.
I'm surprised that they wouldn't.
Oh, this is the best look in the movie.
Summer 2016.
And that literally, they weren't going to shoot this. And then when they did that, they were like, oh God, we got to do something, which is actually really funny because this is essentially what's coming out today.
Right.
It's very old men version.
Son of Jackass.
Oh, except not as many of them. So I'm trying to remember who all is there. So Steve-O, Dave, Aaron,
when they put their names up there, bud.
Preston. No, I'm trying to remember who is still in it. I think it's just Bam and obviously Ryan who aren't in it. I think everybody else is there. Oh my God,
it's terrible.
I know,
man.
I know, eh? And then they added a bunch of other people. I don't know if they're planning on maybe like continuing this in some format but like they've added, I can't remember how many people, but there were like 3 or 4 more people who were like younger.
Like he just keeps hitting him in the face.
I know. Yeah, dude.
See, this is just a punch in the arm, right?
Yeah.
Like,
or I accept sack taps for the Jackass guys.
Right.
That's in line with that's on brand for them.
Whoa.
He actually died there.
I love the dummy, like the fucking like
floppy dummy is the best. Oh, he got incinerated. The actually, my favorite thing they did with they just RoboCopped him.
Yeah, all there was Percy's head,
which I think was on purpose because, they were meant to copy RoboCop exactly because it was even the green truck getting him. The one thing I kept...
He's the only one that made it.
Yeah. Which it was kind of a sad thing because they decided he'd be the one to survive because he was the one most likely to die. And like they literally said that to him. I'm like, that is an awful thing to say. All right, guys, that is it for another one. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
That entire movie was the length of the last movie we watched.
The
credits of the last movie,
yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was a... Yeah, every now and again we have to find a short one, and literally how this one was pitched to Todd was me saying, hey, here's the list of the under hour and a half ones we could do today. And then we realized that this lined up with the Jackass Forever premiere, so we ended up doing this. So we hope you enjoyed it, and if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to hit like and subscribe and notification. If you are not watching this on YouTube, go to YouTube and find it. And like and subscribe and all that stuff. And find us here.
Right here?
Yeah. Well,
knock on the door.
We're trying to make this kind of our primary, like our first stop. Because we're going to be doing some more stuff too later on. And hopefully, we're trying to come up with some more ideas of just fun things that we can do kind of not outside of this, but just kind of like supplementary to this. So, yeah, this is the place you're going to find visual stuff like that. But as always, if you do listen to us wherever you listen, make sure you rate and review, and find us at miscastcommentary.com. Email us podcast@miscastcommentary.com. Find us on Twitter at miscastpodcast. I am at miscastjoe. Todd is miscast Todd. Instagram at miscastcommentary. Todd's at Tebow the Sailor there. TikTok at miscastcommentary. I'm at miscastjoe there. All those wonderful things. Come and find us. Come and follow us. And if you follow us, like if you saw this today and you're following us from that, send send a tweet, like tag me in a tweet or whatever it is, and just say, hey, we're following you because of this episode. I'd be interested to know. Until next time,
he would be interested to know.
I'll tell Todd. He'll be through. He'll be like, I don't know what any of this means, but I'm happy for you. He's like, no, you're happy for us. Anyways,
a shit for 2 movies. Let's go.
All righty, guys. We're going to end this one right now. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.